Welcome back. Up until this point, we focused pretty heavily on setting up our actual website. But what about our podcast and our podcast audio? Our website allows us to upload files, so why don't we just upload our podcast episodes directly to WordPress? Well, for one, separate audio host means that they specialize in serving up audio, MP3s or WAV files or the like. This means that things will be faster and more optimized to serve your podcast episodes. Another reason we might want to keep our MP3s or our podcast episodes separate from our website hosting is that if our website goes down, our podcast won't. Remember that we are sending our podcasts to iTunes and Spotify and Google Podcasts, and the more traffic that we can focus on just the audio host, the better it is for our website. Most audio hosts also come with advanced analytics. You can see how many times each show is getting downloaded, how many downloads you have per month, where those downloads are coming from both geographically and which podcast player is most popular, and more. That's something that you simply would not get from a regular web host. And finally, you have custom or customizable audio players. So you don't just have the default one that comes in every browser, you have an audio player that will stand out and include things like your album artwork or even subscription buttons. While there are lots of audio hosts out there, we're going to go with Castos. Castos is extremely simple hosting that packs a lot of features into one service. They also tightly integrate with WordPress. They have a customizable media player, and they can even republish our episodes to YouTube. If you go to creatorcourses.com/go/Castos, you can check out Castos for yourself and all of the features they have to offer. In this video, we're going to sign up for a Castos account and get everything ready for the rest of this course. So we're going to do that by clicking on free trial. Another big benefit of Castos is that they offer a 14-day free trial for you to give the service a whirl. And if you like it, great. If you don't, you can move on to a different service. So we're going to go ahead and fill out this form and then go to the app dashboard. One note about the selected plan is it gives pricing per month. If you pay per year, you actually get a nice discount and it works out to about $15 a month. Their pricing is on par or better than other podcast hosts. Once we create our account, we'll be brought to an area where we can create our show. So this is called the TIL podcast. We'll make the show slug TILFM to match our domain that we just purchased. And as far as publishing goes, we have two options. I'll publish my content right here from my Castos dashboard, or I'm using WordPress for my podcast. We're going to be using WordPress for our podcast, so we'll keep this checked and update the podcast info. Now our dashboard has been created. We're getting a message here that we need an API key to connect Seriously Simple Podcasting to our hosting account. We will configure Seriously Simple Podcasting in the next video. If we go over to our podcast setting page, you'll see that we have all of our account information available to us. And finally, if we look towards the top, you could see that we have two menu items. The first is podcasts, and the second is analytics. This is where you'll go to view stats for your podcast once you start populating your website. That's it for this video. In it, we learned why we should have custom audio hosting separate from our web hosting, and we signed up for a Castos account. In the next video, we're going to get a plugin called Seriously Simple Podcasting to connect our WordPress site to our Castos hosting account.